The Emir of Kano has said, all right, we need to take up arms against the Islamist militants, and then it's Boko Haram that...
What you have to understand about...
Also, that's a revenge attack.
Yeah. But what you have to understand about Islamic violence and terrorism like this in Nigeria, when you have two young girls blowing themselves up, is... We went into Iraq without any reason, you know?
So it's really, fuck America.
But just think of it. I mean, we go into Iraq. Like, we break this... That's a war crime.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, do I have to explain the rest, or...
Fuck America.
Right.
We should go into Gaza and kill everyone.
Stabbing in Marseille, France. Jew. Wow. A Jewish history teacher was stabbed in the arm and leg by 3 men.
Shouting praises for ISIS. I wonder what that would sound like.
The attackers also showed Mr. Sadan a picture of Mohamed Merah, a French-Algerian extremist who killed 7 people, including 4 Jews, in a crime spree in southern France in 2012. So just to refresh, Cenk did a video this month about the Jewish Defense League allegedly pushing a Muslim reporter for BuzzFeed. 10 minutes on that. Some guy gets stabbed and they try to kill a Jew. No coverage.
Didn't happen.
No. On the 18th, we have what?
We have a shooting and a suicide bombing with 3 people dead, including the parent, 5 injured in Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
That's impressive. I would never even try to. If that was me, I would have just said Sarajevo, because I cannot get through Herzegovina.
Herzegovina. Spongy cakes.
Okay.
Perpetrator Enis Omaragic killed 2 soldiers and opened fire on a bus, resulting in 3 more injured civilians. A few hours later, Omaragic killed himself with a bomb.
Mr. Omaragic?
Killed himself with a bomb.
A few hours later.
You know what I imagine there? Like he killed himself with a bomb,
Yeah.
with those round black ones.
Yeah,
with the
right.
face on the top.
Like a cartoon.
Like he's running around, like, whoa.
Like he's Wile E. Coyote. It's just like... You hear the fuse, it's just like... Goodbye, sir.
19, a melee attack. That's like Street Fighter, isn't it?
Yeah, well, melee?
Melee.
Melee?
Melee. It's like when you go absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Stab.
Right, so on the 19th we have an attack, Tel Aviv. A 36-year-old Palestinian man. See, he's almost out of the range of being a young, dumb idiot. You know, he should
know
probably...
better.
Yeah, he really should at that point. Because you really... these numbers skew towards the young. It's the pointless, clueless freaks that have no point to their life.
You know what pisses me off, though, with that?
Well,
He was arrested. He wasn't neutralized.
Well, that's what those Jews do. I mean, they have a system. So if they can detain you, they will. 19th, we have a shooting, 3 dead, 5 injured. Palestinian man opened fire on a line of traffic in Gush.
Gash.
Gush Etzion? I think that sounds like a gay club, too.
It does. Yeah.
In the West Bank region, the attacker then fled the scene, only to shoot at and intentionally ram. Why do they have that as a hyperlink? What does that mean?
Just in case you don't know what intentionally ram means.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
A hostage taking and a shooting. 27 people died, including the 3 idiots. 2 injured in Bamako in Mali. A group of gunmen who were believed to be Islamic. I wonder why they believed them to be Islamic.
On the 20th, we have an improvised explosive device. 2 dead, 9 injured. Iraq, roadside bomb.
Whereabouts in Iraq was it?
Yusufia.
Very good.
Yusufia. On the 20th, again, a suicide attack in Iraq. 7 dead, 28 injured.
Same place.
Muslims, Islamic State. Paging Isaac Cohen.
21st, suicide attack. 4 dead, plus the 4 people who did it, and 10 injured. In Fotokol, Cameroon again.
21st, we have a stabbing. Peaceful affair. 0 dead, 4 injured. They were all Jews. Palestinian illegal worker stabs 4 civilians, including a 13-year-old teen. Now look, you are annoyed by young kids.
Yes.
But not to the point where you stab them.
No.
Maybe in a fantasy.
Virtually stab them, not literally.
Yeah, go on a video game and stab people on that. Like, teabag them and stuff. But don't. Jesus. Nowhere to draw the line.
21st, arson.
Wait, what is that? 0 dead, 0 injured. How did it make the list?
New People's Army.
What? That's the worst name I've ever heard. The New People's Army?
It's like something from a money pack. Nothing really happened.
That's a non-event.
Complete.
Somebody set fire to something in the name of terrorism. Suicide bombing on the 22nd, 8 dead, 7 injured. It's Nigeria. It's black people, but specifically black Muslims. It was not the black Christians of Nigeria, because it's Boko Haram, and it was a female. Why are the females up in a tizzy this month?
Like female children as well. I mean,
Right.
What kind of upbringing have they had? They're going back to one of the previous stories. They're 11 years old and willing to kill themselves.
Maybe it's like the misogyny though playing into it, because there's a guy behind that.
Yeah,
who's like
obviously.
telling her to do that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, how about you do it, sweetie? Like I'm gonna upgrade to the next, moving on.
I mean, as a child, you only become sort of really cognitive when you're 5, 6. So you've been indoctrinated from that age to the age where she gets to 11, and then I'm going to blow myself up now.
That just shows you how much they value human life, and even their own family and friends.
Yeah, revolting. 22nd stabbing, 1 dead, plus the perp, nobody injured. In the West Bank again, Issam Thwabteh stabbed and killed a 20-year-old Israeli woman in the Gush Etzion junction at the West Bank. He was shot dead by the IDF.
I love those IDF. They just start waxing people. They don't care. Stabbing on the 23rd, 0 dead. The perp got killed, though. And it was Israel, and it's the IDF blasting away.
16 and 14 years old.
Oh, God, really?
One of them was killed, the other was wounded seriously. Good. I'm glad. That makes me happy.
I swear, the IDF is like Clint Eastwood. It's just like, do you feel lucky? That's a terrible...
Do not fuck around.
Okay, yet another Palestinian attacking. Just the trend. It's just a tidal wave of attacks. On the 23rd, we have a stabbing. It's a Palestinian lone wolf, part of a large pack of wolves. 24th, we have a suicide attack. 12 dead in Tunisia, which is, I believe, a Jewish country, or is it a...
No, it's North Africa.
So that's a Mormon stronghold. A bomb exploded on a bus packed with Tunisian presidential guards in the capital Tunis on Tuesday, killing at least 12. Yeah.
AJ Plus actually did cover that one.
What did they say?
I don't know.
I'm sure they had dramatic music under it.
They did.
I'm sure it was about, is there going to be a backlash of Islamophobia in Tunisia?
Yes, there will be. 24th car bomb, 5 dead in Tripoli. Your bog standard car bombing, really.
That's just like, but it was unknown.
No, but it was bog standard. Yeah, absolutely bog standard.
Okay.
The November 2015 Sinai attack, 7 dead, 12 injured in Al Arish, Egypt. The day after the second round of parliamentary elections closes, militants attack hotel housing election judges in the provincial capital of blah blah blah. At least 7 people are killed and 12 others injured, including 2 judges. The Islamic State's Wilayat Sinai branch claims responsibility. What does that mean? We did it.
What? Yeah, what are those emails like? Who's in charge of that? I mean, you're just dropping Allah every other word, and you're just like, kuffar. Go kuffar yourself, you motherfuckers. More to come. We have, on the 24th, 0 dead. Palestinian lone wolf, yet again, in a car trying to kill Jews. 25th, we have a Palestinian trying to stab a Jew. He failed to stab the Jew. Well, let's see. Did he fail? A Palestinian man came out of his car, armed with a knife, and stabbed an Israeli soldier. Soldier in his 20s was seriously hurt. The assailant was shot by Israeli forces and later succumbed to his wounds.
Boo-hoo.
Which makes me happy.
25th, a raid and arson.
Uh-oh, what country is that?
Niger.
Niger, please.
In Wagom. Boko Haram militants coming from Nigeria raided Wagom village in southeastern Niger.
What?
Niger.
You what?
Killing 18, wounding 10, and burning almost 100 houses.
I love how the houses got a mention.
Yeah, well,
it's like...
What did they do?
Human life was lost, but also there was some significant property damage.
And that was Boko Haram.
Now we have a raid in Bangladesh, one of the worst countries on earth. And why is it one of the worst countries on earth?
Muslim.
Yes, it's not a coincidence,
Gary!
ladies and gentlemen. 1 dead, 3 injured.
Gary!
It was a Shia mosque in the Bogra
Gary!
district. And Bogra has been hit before. I remember pronouncing that.
27th vehicle.
Gary, come in here.
Assault. 1 perp.
Gary, where
2
are
injured in the
you?
West Bank.
What kind of assault?
Vehicular. A Palestinian driver attempted to ram over 2 Israeli soldiers who was just standing at a bus stop, just minding their own business, and he tried to run them over with his vehicle and then tried to get out of his car and stab them, but he was shot dead.
Can you imagine if you're a Palestinian, don't you have a meeting at some point and just like, okay, guys, okay.
This knife thing is not working.
Yeah, let's regroup. Okay, meeting. Let's do a hangout. Okay, so it's not going well. I just watched a video from the Atheist Rue. Perhaps a slight tweak in the strategy? Longer knife, perhaps? Maybe bayonet?
Why do it?
Spear? Like Shaka Zulu? Maybe, I don't know. We need to rethink this.
Not all.
Oh, God.
I fought the Jew and the Jew won. You hear that? The sweet sound of alcoholism. Oh. We reached the 27th of this month. What do we have here?
A Palestinian driver again tried to ram his vehicle on 5 stationed Israeli soldiers. One IDF was injured. The attacker was shot dead.
I like how this sentence, as you read it, if you stop short, it says, 21 people are killed after a suicide bomber blew himself.
Up in the crowd.
Up in the crowds at a Shia Muslim procession. So, wait, good Lord. Chill out, Muslims. Here's a message, a public service announcement from me to every Muslim. Chill the fuck out. Is that going to work? I mean, good Lord, the more you know.
I'll let you do the next one.
Okay, so here we have, now this is the real story. This is the story that has dominated all these other stories. You haven't heard of a single one of those other stories aside from Paris. But guess what? We have a trailer park trash, bearded, white guy, and people are gonna, his whiteness has come into play here. Notice how we didn't talk about race? Well, we did. Well, just, yeah. That is hypocritical. I'll cut that out in post. But we talked about it as a joke.
Yeah.
But race is not important in any of these things, but on this one it kind of is.
So here we have a story, and we're all aware of what the story is, which is basically going to be the Young Turks theme that they're going to run with till when? February of next year?
No, it'll never die. He's always going to be, he's up there enshrined. I mean, this is...
Dylan Roof.
No, because they talked about the abortion clinic attack from like 1984. They were talking about the George Tiller killing, which happened like 2009 or something.
Yeah.
And like by name, they would bring it up over and over. So this guy, what's his name? Robert Louis Deere.
So
Bob Deere.
the Young Turks will be talking about that till 2020.
Right. So a guy kills 3 and 9. Now look, obviously I'm not going to insult your intelligence and explain to you that what this guy did was perfectly fine because he was white, and we know that. You know, I mean, it's not even a crime. The guy probably had very legitimate white reasons to do it. It's just like, come on. Let's get back to, you know, bashing on Muslims for no fucking reason.
Yeah, let's just move on from that.
Okay, yeah, let's forget that happened.
It's the 28th gun attack in Giza in Egypt. Now, Giza is a place that a lot of tourists go to in Egypt.
What's a gun?
A gun. A gun.
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 Say done.
Done.
Gun.
Gun.
What's gun?
Gun.
Gunta. Gunta. A gun attack from Gunta.
So it was in Giza, which is a big tourist spot in Egypt. I don't want to go to that shithole, but gunmen killed 4 security personnel in an attack at a police checkpoint in Saqqara, Islamic State.
Muslim. On the 28th, we have artillery. 3 dead, 20 injured. It's Mali. It's Muslim. It's unknown militants of Muslim descent fired rockets on a MINUSMA. Is that a word or is that an abbreviation?
It's an acronym.
Okay. Well, I'm calling it MINUSMA.
Fine, we'll go with it.
Peacekeeping forces base in northern Mali.
28th, suicide bombing, 7 dead, 17 injured in Tuz Kormato. You say Kormato, I say Kormeto. Another suicide car bomb detonated on a police checkpoint near the entrance to a market in a predominant Shia town.
Oh my God.
7 were killed, among the dead, 4 policemen and 17 were wounded. Islamic State.
Okay, well now let's bring it on back to Israel, because in East Jerusalem, a Palestinian man stabbed a guy in the neck and was shot dead by other policemen.
Love it.
Which is what you do. I mean, you don't stab somebody in the neck and...
You don't threaten to stab somebody in the neck.
That's... What? It's not a threat, it's a promise.
Yes.
Today's show is all the news.
29th?
Another melee attack.
The word choice is very odd here, I'm not sure what's happening.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just running around like a mental case with a knife. Just stabbing, thrashing.
Mental.
Palestinian man stabbed a woman in a bus stop, ran away like a pussy, and was later caught by the police.
Stabbed? Wait, he was caught?
He was caught.
What's C-O-U-G-H-T?
Cout.
Cout.
Some terrible typos.
Yeah.
You do the last one.
Can you imagine stabbing a woman?
I can imagine stabbing anybody. It's a very personal thing to
If
do.
you had to stab a woman in this world, who would you stab? Right now, he's mouthing wife to me.
I can't think of anybody because I'm a normal, rational human being.
Yeah, I wouldn't stab any woman. That's the answer. It was a trick question. You
But
passed.
but